we want to start adding doors to the project, we need to revisit the lintel schedule here because many of the doors are marked with an L1 or L2 type lintel. And basically, the L1 has 2 2 by 10s, L2 has 3 2 by 12s. The thing is, what we're going to find is that some of these L1s will show up in 2 by 4 walls as well as the 2 by 6 walls. So that means we actually have to have 2 different types of an L1. So let's go back to the program here and take a look at how we handle this. In the header schedule here, we've created a header image here that has 2 2 by 10s as the header. And the bonds is 2. In this case, the bond is a 2 by 4. Two, and we have some plywood filler here. And we actually only have one piece for that right there. So that would create an image for a header for the 2 by 4 walls, which we're going to have to deal with. We already have one here for the 2 by 6 walls, and there's basically going to build a box here for that. And then if, again, these are going to wind up being H1s here. If we move on over to the, what would be L2s here, no, that's 2 by 10, so let's move on. 3 2 by 12s and a 2 by 6 wall. We may or may not build them this way with a foam insulation. We're probably going to build them this way with 2 pieces of plywood in here. So again, in the load-bearing wall. So we got, this will be basically our L2, which shows up in the 2 by 6 walls, and L1 will be in the 2 by 6 and 2 by 4 walls. Okay, now that we've got that sort of arranged, let's go back to the doors themselves, and let's pick a door here. Okay, let's take door 150 right here, and it's in a 2 by 6 wall. If we look back at our S201, we'll see that actually is an L2 right there. So L2 is all the way up down through there because it's a 2 by 6 load-bearing wall. So having resolved that, we want to add the door to it. Now we've already added it here one time, but it's not been assigned. So I'm going to double click and come up and bring it up. We would have typed in 3068 double door. The frame is an insulated steel. These are the rough openings here. And the header image is this one here, 312 6L, L for load. Okay, so I've already entered it. I'm just going to cancel that out. And now I'm going to run back to the walls themselves. And that wall was, let's double check that. That wall, Route 150, was GB21. So we picked the B walls here, GB21, and Again, I added it one time. If I come back and do that, we'll see it's in here. If I cancel this, it'll refresh that. So let's go back to add and add the 150. So now it's assigned to that wall right there. All right, so let's go back to at this point, and let's add maybe one or two more doors here. If I look at door 167, it's down in this similar area, 165. Let's go to door 165. Or 161A, a couple of doors here we can add. So there's door 165. We see it's actually been added already. And it's coming in as 3068 double door. It's an interior door, so it actually just has the metal frame, and again, it's a 2x6 wall there. So I picked HM6 for bookkeeping purposes, but the header itself is actually not correct, and because it calls for a L1, not an L2 here. So I'm going to drop that down, come back, find two 2x10s and a 2x6 wall. I'll save that, and then let's take a look at it. So it comes up. Wait a minute. Okay, double click to the door 165. It comes up and populates this, and now it's showing what we call an L1 here in a 2x6 wall. So at this point, even though it's specified as L1, sometimes we have our own opinion here about the thing. That's a L1 right there. That's actually a load-bearing wall, but it's really not bearing much here, so I guess the L1 is fine. These floor joists here actually run left and right here, so they're not the floor, only the edge of the floor is resting on that. Let's take a look, one more door here before this gets too long. Let's do 161A. Okay, and I've already added it also. I've been through this one time. Here, let's bring that up. And actually, that's not the image we want to use. We want to change this to, nope, yeah. I had some second thoughts on it. So that's not right. Okay, basically, we're going to use 2x6 headers, piece of half-inch plywood for spacing. This is not a load-bearing thing at all. We actually won't, which is way overkill for that, and we might change it out in the future, but right now, let's just leave it that way. So if I save that, it actually unassigns this thing. So I'd have to go back and reassign it to that wall, which is GB 20. Let's close this, come back to GB 20. And there's, again, let's pick add new here. Okay, so it's not GB 20. It's GB 30, GA 30 right here, 161A. So go back to the A's. And it's 161A is we want to add right there. So let's run the reports right quick and see what they look like. I'm just going to do door header group. So it'll recalculate everything and see how many groups we've got up to now. Still just 3 groups. A 150 here is in a single group right there. Several of them have come up into this group here of the 2 before, and that was the 161A. We had already put a few in there. And the third group here, it's actually using this L1 in a 2x6 wall. So seems to be working okay.